This is the Provo River. It's October the 23rd, 2019, and I'm here taking some video of the electroshock sampling of this trout stream. The Provo River, we're on the Middle Provo. Have a big crew, several from the Department of Wildlife Resources of Utah, and then a number, more than 2/3 or 3/4 of these people are volunteers, dedicated fishermen, fishing guides, fly fishing guides, and so forth. This is tough work coming up this stream. We've got slick rocks, the water's cold. It's not terribly deep, but I mean it's tough to go upstream against this stuff. I'm kind of glad I'm not on the bank. I don't think I could make it all the way up through here. I can catch fish and from place to place, but wading up the stream with a net's not. It's kind of beyond me at the moment. So there's a generator in the raft there, and electrical connections to the wire nets, and also cables out the back of it, so there's an electrical field, and stuns the fish. Where are we killing the fish? I didn't see a single fish killed with this. Now, I think on a really small stream, if you didn't have the right setting and so forth for power, and had people that weren't really experts like Slater here or something, then there might be a problem. But this worked out fine. I watched it all day long. Matter of fact, I watched it for 3 days. So this is the second day of the sampling. We did sampling yesterday below the Legacy Bridge. Today we're in the middle between Legacy Bridge and the River Road. So if you look in the middle at the Provo River on the map, we're in the dead center of Heber Valley there, in the section where you basically have to walk in. It's a beautiful section. I was surprised at how many fish that we found, that they found. A lot more fish than I thought in a stretch of water like this. No monsters though. Nothing as long as your arm, no huge fish at all. And I don't think they could escape either. So the bigger fish, the average size was like, I'm estimating this. We'll get the scientific data later, but I'd say 16, 17 inches, most of them. It's amazing. And a very few really small fish. Or trout anyway, a lot of little sculpins, and but other small fish, minnows and things like that, no. A few whitefish, of course. Work our way up through the stream, poking down here and there. This is not easy. If you think this is easy, you come try it. It's hard enough to walk up that stream, much less with a net. And a little bit of excitement here, because if you go down, you're going to get a shock. It's not going to kill you, but you'll surely feel it. Okay. So if someone goes down, the idea is that the people with electrically charged nets lift those out of the water, and of course they turn off the generator. They're different buckets. The first run through, in other words, the first time up through this section, 600 feet or whatever it is, they have a tape measure measuring the distance, and you put them in one particular bucket coming up, and then the next time you come, you put it in a different one. So the amount of fish caught in the sample, what was in the first one and in the second, and I guess from a statistical standpoint, that's very useful to see how effective we were. Obviously, you're not going to get them all, but they're pretty thorough as far as I can see. They're really doing a number on it. Fish after fish after fish. They transfer them back and forth with the net. There's another one. That's a good one there. Like I said, I didn't see any monsters, 20 inch, 21, 22 inch maybe, a few. But most of them good fish, 17, 18 inch fish, 15, 16, oh yeah, plenty good. Actually, I kind of like the idea. It seems to be a nice balanced population, at least in this section. Of course, I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I don't know, but there's no big cannibal monsters in this area. We're gonna sample again one more day after this, and maybe we'll catch a monster in the next time. But I don't know. There's some big ones in the really big holes that would be very difficult to sample, and we're not sampling those, so who knows? Because we always think there's monsters, you know. Sometimes I've seen big ones though. I've seen them come in the Provo. I've seen a big fish come out of the deep water, trying to eat a 10 or 12 inch fish that we were bringing in. I know they were big. Yeah, Dan, he's sticking right there with it, throwing nets back and forth. Those yellow, those are the electric cords there. This is I don't want to go down. This is very effective. I was really surprised. And these people, they some of them hadn't done this before, but they know how to wade a stream, and they know what to do with a dip net. So these are all fishermen, that's for sure. There's some buckets there on the side. They'll transfer into those. Really nice day today. A little bit windy. It's kind of messed up my audio, but there's nothing much I could do about that. And this is a happy crew, working themselves to death, but a happy crew. It's just something about catching fish, no matter how you catch them. It's just a lot of fun. That's all. Lot of shouting and laughing and hollering and so forth. Now they're transferring. At the end of the run, you're going to transfer what's left in the live well there into the buckets, and then they'll float the boat back down to the starting point and come up through there one more time. And after a little rest, of course. And so we're talking. This is like a 3 or 4 hour operation, I guess. Middle of the day, of course. Those buckets have holes in them. Holes drilled in the bottom, of the sides and so forth. Maybe about as big as your finger, or half inch or something. Fish can't get out. Well, maybe not half inch, but they're fairly small. You don't want the sculpin to get out of there. There we go. There. Cross over here in a shallow place and get ready to go down again. Mike Slater's getting ready to take the boat, float the boat back down to the starting point. There's the tape. You literally measure the distance with a tape. Yeah. Floating that boat down is a whole lot easier than pulling it up, I'll tell you that. So there it is, the Provo River in October, and we're going to find out how many trout are there. Love this place. Public access, it's a wonderful thing.